now a DM dilemma. And if you have advice for George, let us know. 601-995-1017. He says, I need some help because I just lost my job. I'm honestly not even mad because I didn't like the job and it wasn't going anywhere. My parents are losing it, though. They want me to beg for my job back, but I'd rather use my savings and wait on something I'm actually excited about. The only reason I have a savings is because I live with my parents. I know I'm lucky, but how do I get my old school parents to understand where I'm coming from? Allison, how does he do it?
I understand this because I once was in this exact situation, and luckily my parents were not on me about getting a job. I was trying to get a job in radio. That's what I had gone and gotten my master's degree in, and I was living with them, and it was tough because it's like I felt bad that I had no money coming in.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing you could do is get a job, get a part-time job somewhere that's just easy, but then you could kind of get your parents off your back, but you still have time to look for that job that is going to fulfill you.
Yeah, Get and take any job you possibly can. Your parents have every right to be irritated, by the way, because they were kind enough to let you live in their house rent free. You save up all this money, and then you're just going to freeload for a little while till your savings is gone. But then I imagine they're afraid of the day that comes whenever your savings dries up and you still haven't gotten a job. So your full-time job needs to be finding a job. And I will tell you this, that at the beginning of the pandemic, I lost my job and I was unemployed for a while. And I was like, well, this pandemic is going to end any day now. It'll be 2 weeks and we'll be good. And then I'll have a radio job somewhere. Well, that didn't happen. And whenever it finally came time to, I'm literally out of cash and I had to get a job, I was questioning myself whether or not I would even be able to work in public anymore because it had been that long since I'd had to do a job of any sort. So get a job. My dad, I'd said one time that days not working whenever you should be working are like unsold airline seats. You're never going to make that money again.
Oh, that seems a little like we're too in hustle mode, too on the grind. And I don't know that we need to be doing that. But I think you're going to make yourself miserable if you don't at least get a part-time job and your parents are just constantly like, you need to go get a job. You need to go get a job.
George sent us a DM for a DM dilemma. He lost his job recently and has no real desire to get a new job because he lives at home with his parents. He's got some saved up and he wants to find his dream job. He doesn't want to just take whatever job comes his way. What's your advice for George? 601-995-1017. My guilty pleasure, Adrian, says that George needs to grow up.
Oh.
You can only pick and choose when you're financially able to. Imagine if we all waited on our dream job before we decided to work. Yeah, Under the Bridge would be packed with us in our blankets and cardboard boxes.
Oh, no. One of our favorite retail employees, Candace, says, George, temporary part-time retail associate. You could get paid about $15 an hour. Almost every retail store is hiring for that right now, and you'd at least have some temporary money to help out, and you could get your parents off your back.
Hey, Sabrina, what's your advice for George? Should he hold out for that dream job or just get back to work?
Yes, anything to keep money going into savings and keep money from going out of savings. I feel like this I don't know if he's a fully grown adult, with a fully formed prefrontal cortex.
Yeah,
because who tries to live off their savings? That's dangerous. You need that for the savings for a reason.
Well, but he would argue that the rainy day has arrived and the rainy day fund.
He can look for his dream job while he has another one. He doesn't have to be unemployed.
Good point, Sabrina. Appreciate you. The father of the show, Jesse, is here. What's your advice?
Boy, get your butt out there and get a job. You're not going to live off them savings, save them savings. My daughter spent her savings at Mississippi State probably within a week and a half.
Oh.
All of it gone.
What did she buy?
Marshalls, I think, because that's where it kept on coming back from.
Oh, she just kept treating herself on a little shopping trip, and next thing you know, the savings was no longer saved.
No longer there. None of it.
Is she back on the payroll, Jesse?
She's on my payroll for now, but she does have a scheduled second semester job with the school at the library, so
Are you
That will
gonna
pan out.
enforce any type of rule to where like she has to put X amount of whatever she's got coming into her savings to rebuild that, or are you letting her learn the lessons as they happen?
Letting her learn them because, like, she spent she was tapped out last week, and we helped her out a little bit, but we let her suffer a day or two first.
Thank you for the call, Jesse. This text kind of on the other side. It says job hunting sucks. A few years ago, I had to make the hard decision to leave a toxic work environment, and I walked away knowing that I was going to have to take the work I could get.
Ooh.
I did pull from my savings, but the work I could get helped extend the life of my savings until I could find a more permanent solution. I am sympathetic to George, but I hope after a short few days of self-care, he should get on it and find something to help pay for groceries. That's from Kristen.
I wonder if she's also maybe siding with the parents a little bit, that if there is an opportunity to beg for the job back, that at least that's something until you can find the dream job.
And finally, Jerry's here for some advice. What you got for George?
I think Brother George should get out of the box a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he should take that savings that he has, he should invest it, flip that back, invest that, flip that back. Next thing you know, he can buy the place where his dad works, and he can fire his dad and tell his dad he needs to get a job and get off his lazy behind.
Jerry, I'm going to tell you why that's bad advice. Because I had a very similar thought whenever I was in my COVID unemployment time. I got a Robinhood account, and I was like, I'm going to take my stimmy and put it in there, and I'm going to be a day trader and make tons of money. I have just now broken even on that 5 years later.
Oh, well, I tried.
Isaiah really made me take it in the pants.
Well, that was your
maybe.
first mistake.
Yeah, the bad financial advice I got. Bad investment advice.
Adam and Allison in the morning.